friends, and welcome back. Today I'm bringing you back to this little corner garden area where I just recently did a garden makeover, and I have to say thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys liking it. I really love it too, and everything is doing fantastic. But I went to the nursery, and lo and behold, I came across two beautiful echinaceas. And on that filming, I did mention how I wanted to bring more echinacea because they have all summer blooming, they have beautiful colors, and it just adds for all summer time color in this area. And so for that reason, I want to bring more of that over here. But for me to place these, which I will talk in a minute about, over here, I need to pull out some bee balm, and then I need to shift some of this echinaceas around. Now the reason for that is because I really kind of want my garden to be from the tallest over to the shortest. And that just really fills in a garden and to me, and it just makes it look full and beautiful. So I need to pull out that bee balm, and this one here is called a hot papaya. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you what it looks like up close. But look at how beautiful that is. I love the way the petals just fall down, and then you've got this really good cone head, and then you've got this really dark seed head right here. I just absolutely love it. Now it does have a lot of pods yet to bloom. I don't think it's going to do it this late in the season, but we'll see. We do tend to, here in the Pacific Northwest, we do tend to get more sunnier days until probably late November, and then things start really kind of dying down. So it might bloom, but regardless, it's going to bloom beautifully next summer. So because this one's going to get about 3 feet tall and about 2 feet wide, I need to place it in the back. And I think I'm gonna place it right back here because it's going to add the height. Also, my bee balm gets just as tall. It gets about 2 to 3 feet tall. So that's going to be really nice right next to it. And then all of these other ones get only about 18 to 16 inches in height. So those need to be pulled forward. Then over here, this one's called a sweet Sandia, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'll put the tag up in the screen so you can really see it up close, because, you know, as you can see the flowers, there's not much colors to it, but you can kind of get a little grip of what it's going to look like by even the head of the color of the head, excuse me. But this is beautiful. The stems are gorgeous. You know, they have kind of that purplish color to them with greens. And this one also has a lot of buds yet for it to bloom. Again, I don't think it's going to do much because we are in fall, but we'll see. But because this one's going to get up to 24 inches in full maturity, I need to place it where it's going to make sense. And the only thing to me that makes sense is to move my Kisman that's only going to get about 18 inches in height and bring that kind of closer. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to be pulling out bee balm and shifting these around to put these in. So the first thing I'm going to do is just start pulling these plants out and just adding a little bit more soil and just kind of playing around and see where things fit. I also need to pull out that bee balm like I mentioned. So this is what it looks like before I get started, so you can kind of see the difference between the before and after. I'm going to split it right here. I may have to sacrifice some of this but that's okay. There's no easy way around that. I'm gonna keep this because there's still quite a bit of viable roots on it, so this will still bloom in the spring. There we go. This I can place somewhere else. So there. Now I have a pretty good spot to place my Echinacea here. Now I think I'm going to move this one as well and bring this a little bit in the forefront. And this is pretty well established. Let me get the shovel. Okay, so I'll just move this aside. Hi. Thank you. You too. Now I'm going to be just adding some bone meal to help establish the roots. Look at how healthy these roots are. I'm going to fluff them up a little bit just because, just to get them kind of spread out so that they can cling on to some good loose soil and really just get established. And that's going to be perfect because that's going to add some height there. So because, hi Barney, what you doing? What you doing, big guy? What you doing? Come to see what I'm doing? Yeah. Today we took our kitty to the dentist, and it's very unfortunate, but we're having to have her canines all extracted. So she's in the dentist, and Barney went for training. So how'd training go, Barney? How did training go? Huh? Okay, you gotta move, honey. working here. Anyway, I'm going to be, because the soil has no amendments in it, I'm not going to add moisture retention, which would be like your vermiculite. Hey, Barney, honey. Come on. Come on. Go to Dad. Go to Dad. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and add perlite. I'm not going to add vermiculite because we are in fall. We get a lot of rain here. This is going to get plenty of moisture throughout the winter. Now, if I was doing this in the summer, then I would probably add some vermiculite to help retain some moisture. But at this point in time, I don't need to do that. So I'm going to add some perlite only. Because I do want the soil to have a way of filtering through. And perlite is really good for good aeration to the soil. It also helps the plants to be able to navigate through the soil a little bit better. And it also helps with better water drainage. So for that reason, I'm going to add some of this to it. That didn't work out very well. Okay. There. And I'm not worried about covering up, having soil over my bee balm because it's just going to filter through the soil anyway as it grows. And right now it's trying to go to sleep anyway. So the bee balm that I pulled out, I'm just going to go ahead and just place it in a pot and wait until next spring and then overwinter this. I don't want to overcrowd everything, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this one out next. Okay, so those are done. Now I'm going to pull this one out. And I'm going to put this one close over this direction. If this soil was not really loose like it is, I would probably dig this hole a lot larger than the root of that plant. But because it is really loose soil, it will allow the roots on this one here to expand and still be able to get through the loose soil. So that's why I'm not giving it a lot of space, but I'm giving it some space. All right. So there's quite a bit of room in between. I would say a good 8 inches in between my bee balm. Maybe not entirely in this side. I've got probably 8 inches in between these plants and probably another 8 inches over on this side. And certainly enough space over here. Okay, let's get this next one in. Now last time I mentioned how I added some bee balm back here, and that is really getting well established. I'll show that to you in a minute. But it's going to get again, probably about 36 inches, pretty close to about 3 feet tall. So that bee balm is going to get up to about this height. And so this is going to be really nice all around in this area, having this one being 24 inches in height. It's just going to cascade really nicely right where I'm putting this. Probably wondering, why am I not moving my, things of my decorations and other things around, like and I've got a big rock over here. Is it a big rock? I've got so many rocks in this yard. Yep, the big rock. Okay. So yeah, I don't move a lot of things because I kind of just work around them. Let's see what kind of roots system this has. Oh yeah. And because it's been raining a lot, having my plants already out in the rain prior to planting them, they're already nice and wet, just like the ground is. And so whatever I plant is going to be, I must be allergic to something here. Anyway, before I plant anything, I always make sure that whatever's in the pot is going to be with the same moisture retention that the ground is in, because then it's going to be a good transition for that plant. So I will place that one right there in between both of the bee balms. Let's see, which one's this? Oh, this is this one here. I always keep the names just in case I forget what they are. I always kind of helps me remember them. But once you say it enough, you kind of already get a good idea of what it is. There. That's going to be beautiful right there. Now, right now, it looks like it's in that same height, but this will get much taller in the summer. And I have a little spot that I can actually plant something else if this doesn't get too wide. In fact, I might just go ahead and move this one back while I'm at it. Might as well give it a little bit more room to breathe. Why not, right? Remember right, this had a big root system already going on. Yep, it does. And it's a doozer. It's heavy. Yeah. Look at how big that is. So that's going to be really about 1 foot wide. So it's going to be great. Look at that. Okay, go, hurry. Oh, there's even more over here. Good aeration. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna do just fine. Yeah, it looks a little bit more symmetrical. Do you see these new starts right here? All right here. That's, and then I have some in the front here. So all these are going to just get much bigger, and over time it's going to really fill in this spot. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, you guys, I'm completely done, and I have to say I even love it even more than what it was before. Now, again, I put all the tallest plants in the back, and then the mid-size, and then the ones that are going to grow a lot lower. Now, the Spiderwort here is going to get much wider, so I kind of placed it a little bit further back, as you saw. But it's just going to be so beautiful, and it's just going to cascade downward beautifully with a bunch of beautiful colors, and I can't wait to show you next summer. But for now, everything is spaced out enough where they're not going to compete for sunlight. They're going to get the proper sun, and it's just going to take off from here on out, and I'm really excited. So I'm going to show you really close to what everything looks like and how I spaced them. And then I will see you guys next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I appreciate you. And don't forget to get up and get out and get active, okay? Oh my gosh. Let me show you really close. But this is what it looks like now. Okay. So as you can see, there's plenty of space in between each Echinacea, or coneflower, if you will, right here, as well as everywhere around here. It's got plenty of room. And so now you can see all the bee balm, and that will spread out, but it'll allow spacing right here for everything to have room to grow and just look beautiful. But doesn't that look gorgeous there? And the bee balm actually goes all the way down to the back. So everything here, the bee balm is going to get about this tall. Then this is going to get fairly close to that same height. And then all the echinaceas over here will get anywhere from 16 to 18 inches in height. The spiral, which I call it a spiral, but we'll call it a Sandia for now. And this one will get about 24 inches in height, so it's going to cascade over this. The bee balm that I planted earlier looks beautiful, looking fantastic, and it's even actually grown. And that, again, will get fairly tall, so it'll cascade over this. But now everything has room to grow. I did move over my Spiderwort just a little bit because that is going to spread out, and it's going to get much fuller over the springtime with all its foliage. It really expands, so having it more centered there is going to help it look even prettier. And then it, over time, when it continues to grow more roots and more foliage, it'll definitely have that space to grow. And so it's not going to compete for sun. The Echinacea, being that this first comes up in the springtime and starts blooming, and then the Echinacea golden, and then all the coneflowers and bee balm follow thereafter. So that's going to allow all this now to have all the sun that it needs for them to come up and just look beautiful over the summer months. Now I will probably remove the lavender and put a more bright, vibrant lavender next year. But for now, it looks beautiful, and I love that blue hue that that foliage has to offer. I'll probably put it in a pot later on, but I mean, the jury's still out. That's what I'm thinking right now. But the flowers, like I mentioned before, are very insignificant, and I would like to have something more purple to bluish so that it can complement my purple heart over here and just kind of be more cohesive in this area. But yeah, this is just going to be one bright, beautiful spot, and this is the sunniest part of my garden. I get a lot of shade, so to have this much color even through the fall is just it's just beautiful to me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you.